egg helps you to kind of narrow it down to what it might be. But it's not always what you're expecting, and they do that on purpose because they want you to hatch the eggs to find out. And you can always carry more eggs than you can carry monsters because eggs are considered as items. You can even bank them in your house, but your stable always has less space than your bank.
Oh, so it's a good idea to keep things in eggs if you're not going to be using them.
If you're not absolutely sure, it's a better idea to keep it in eggs, especially since it would be worth more to sell if you did that.
Right.
But that item that I mentioned before called the True Spec lets you uncover the strength of unused weapons, how many charges you have left in orbs, and it'll tell you what kind of monster this is. If I used a True Spec on here, Cutesy would be replaced with the name of the monster, and it would stay like that in the inventory. Now, I'm not going to hatch this, because the monster that it is, I promise you will see in a few minutes, and I don't want one. And we're going to wander through here, and something... Oh, guess what? A monster to fight. Now, I'm going to get out Kewne for this. And here's Kewne. Wump attacks me. Every time you make an action... Whenever it's your turn in this game, when you make an action, it takes your turn. So, taking out Kewne from the bag was an action, so Wump got to attack me. Right now, since nothing's happening, it's my turn again, because Kewne just came out. It can't be his turn. So
it's overworld turn-based.
It is turn-based. You could pass your turn in this game by pressing select. And it's actually, there are many instances where it's useful to do this. And you remember when I explained to you about wait there? Wait there and select are tied into a specific kind of floor that I will show you guys. It's a leveling trick that I learned playing this game many times. I think a lot of people have probably never even done it. And it'll be cool when I get the opportunity to show that to you whenever the randomizer gives me one of those levels. So let me just... You can obviously assume that when Kewne attacks, he'll, you know, push his avatar into the enemy and do damage. So I'm going to show you what happens when we use spell backup with Kewne and this wand I'm holding. So, attacked by Grok, Kewne invoked the Red Saber. That caused me to use Red Saber and defeat that enemy. Oh, I forgot. I didn't put you away, so... Blah, 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 blah. Yes, you can forfeit your turn by pressing select. I did just tell you that. But the MP will keep going down, that is true. So please be careful. Oh, this tower has a ton of hidden traps. Guess what, Kewne? If you tell me that there's a trap in front of me, I know it's there. I'm still gonna step on it to show the audience, but I know it's there. This is a sleep trap. These will kill you so much. And they won't kill you in the beginning of the game that much, because how long traps last on you depends on how far into the game you are. I have stepped on sleep traps toward the end of this game where I was out for like 30 seconds and monsters are just running by me. And the only reason I'm not dead is because my monsters are killing me.
Wake up, you don't have any shoes.
Well, what happens is when you're asleep or when you're paralyzed or when you have any condition that prevents you from moving, you take something like double damage, if not more. And I have been wiped out in one hit by an unlucky sleep trap around a corner with a monster coming down from the top, and my monster couldn't get around in time, and I just got... Because monsters can shoot at you from 5 squares away, just like you can. And I mean, I've been taken out by stuff that was off-screen. This game's full of nonsense. And I think this is pretty much the end of floor 1. He's going to explain to you that, you know, you can recover with each turn. Your HP goes up each turn, and your MP goes down each turn.
Let's see.
And yes, your monsters, oh, you wouldn't like it if I couldn't move, right, Graf? Actually, it wouldn't be so bad, then you shut up. I know how to play this game. And I don't need to feed you yet. I've had you in the bag the whole time. Why are you hungry? Let's just be through this. Da-da-da, you'll eat anything. That is, you can actually feed your monster almost anything, including monster eggs. In fact, feeding your monster a monster egg recovers its MP better than a Vit Seed, but not better than the biggest Vit Seed. Oh, here's this item we're never going to use. Using the Wind Gem will let you leave the town. Oh, this guy, he's explaining to you the Olim Seed. There is an item that functions like the Wind Gem called the Olim Seed. You feed it to your monster and you can escape from the tower just like you could with the Wind Gem, except that when you leave the tower, your monster's gone. Like,
gone?
Gone. Deleted. It's for, I really gotta get out of here with my life. And you are not worth coming with me.
Hey, why don't you hold off my enemies while I get away?
The only problem with the Olum Seed is that the wind gems in this game are so common and Olum Seeds are so rare that the opportunity for you to use an Olum Seed is just about none. You'll never run into a situation where you are so desperate to get out that you need to use an Olum Seed. Even dying, in many cases, is not as bad unless you have some seriously good items. And there are some items in this game that you can classify as seriously good. It might be worth losing a monster. But yes, Grok gets to go back to the town. Something familiars never want you to use. We're pretty scared of the idea, so please don't. I probably won't.
Hey, there are these things in here that kill us. By the way,
don't use them! What kind of advice? And we're done with floor 1, the tutorial. Do you want to go up? Sure. And this is how you advance in the game. It'll ask us if I want to save data, and no, I'll just do a save state, which I think is Shift 1. Was it Shift 1 or is it Shift F1? I'm gonna actually look at this because I want to know that. Shift F1. Okay. Road state 1. This is your jerk friend. He's not even your friend. He's just the town rich douche.
Douche is on his
way. He happens to think he's a more accomplished monster hunter than you. Which he is at this point. Oh, you're finally allowed in the tower. Well, I suggest you try to...
I've had about 3 years of this, so I'm better than you.
Oh, yes, of course. Now, you can choose to try to be nice to him throughout the entire game, or you can be mean to him throughout the entire game, and that does sort of have an impact, but not enough for me to not be rude to him all the time, so we're just gonna do it. Yes, the other day, a Submar took a bite at my... No, shut up!
Shut up!
He realized he was bantering with you. Well, anyway, the point is that amateurs like you had better watch out. Ha ha! This guy. The game actually spawned you on the lift to go to the next floor. It does that. It can do that. There seems to be no rules about where the game will spawn you, including directly on top of what you need to do to leave. But...
You want to explore to get stuff.
Not only do I want to explore to get stuff, because I'm not going to use any wind gems, if I don't explore and get experience, I'm going to be under-leveled for each floor. So, let's wander around.
Grinding.
I forgot, I'm still in, provide spell backup, and that was just something I wanted to show you, so you change the plan. Pick up all the items you can, and that is a Catawump. So let's pass my turn and let Kewne attack it. Annihilated Catawump. Gain 2 experience. Already.
Oh, frog trap, huh?
Kewne is now, if I had stepped on that, I would have turned into a frog. Well, there are 2 ways that you can deal with this. You either pass turns until Kewne turns back, or you walk around until Kewne turns back. The safer bet is always to pass turns, but we're not doing safe here. See, we're in the very beginning of the game.
Yeah,
Traps,
so it doesn't matter,
traps don't really last. Let's pick up the speed. Oh, see, when that happens, that means that Kewne triggered a trap that's meant for humans. There are some traps that only work on you, and then there are some traps that only work on monsters. Then there are traps like the frog trap that work on both, and then there are traps like the warp trap that work on both but do different things depending on who steps on it. But then there are some traps that just cannot work on monsters. Oh, here's some interesting items. There's a star speck, that's what I was talking about. Gold Eye, this is an item that will, I believe this is the item that uncovers gold. Yeah, this